Hi guys, this is Sylvia Slaypole W, aka Brittany, and I just wanted to address some of the questions that I received on my previous video showing Josie's completed painting. A couple of you asked about putting the head in the oven once the hair has been rooted, and I just wanted to say that it is okay to put the head in the oven when you have hair on it. The only thing is I've never actually put it in the oven with dry hair. So basically when I do that, I use the same temperature setting that I use for paint, which is about 265, and I leave it in for about 8 minutes, and basically you just want to heat the head, have it get a little bit soft, the same way it would get if you put it in the oven to just set the paint. Like when you squeeze the head, it's a little bit soft. But squeezing the head when it's soft when it's hot like that is not such a good idea because the vinyl could crack, but I'll talk more about that later. But yeah, so I put it on 265, set the timer for 8 minutes, and before I put the head in the oven, I wet the hair and I put conditioner on the hair. So I guess it's a good idea to do this like once all your paint has been set so that it doesn't smear or rub off or anything like that. But basically you want to make sure the hair is wet and coat the hair in conditioner. Like you don't want it to be, you just want all the hair to be conditioned, like have conditioner on it, and then just smooth it or whatever, and then put it in the oven. I wouldn't suggest putting the head in the oven with dry hair because the hair could singe, or if you forget about it, the hair could get too hot, it could burn and get really dry and brittle and just break off, and you don't want that to happen. So make sure it's wet and make sure there's conditioner on it before you heat it like that. And I would suggest only 8 minutes. It seems to be enough. You just want to soften it just to let the vinyl kind of close in around the hair so that the rooting holes won't be as visible. And that's pretty much all I do for that. I don't think there were any other questions, but yeah, I just wanted to address those and also show you guys Sunhee. Here she is, all primed up so you could see her. I brushed her hair. Basically, I just sprayed. Her mohair is a dark brown. I think it's kid mohair, or it could be a mix of like yearling and kid, but it's mainly kid mohair. It's a wavy, curly, dark brown kid mohair, and it's got different shades of brown in it. But basically, I just sprayed it with a little bit of water, and I brushed it with a baby brush that I have right here, and just brushed it down, and there she is. So I'll show you guys a close-up of her. I think I mentioned in the last video, or maybe I didn't, that she is the Cheyenne sculpt by Aliana Peterson. Her head is the Cheyenne sculpt, and her limbs are the Avery sculpt by Denise Pratt. And I'll take her bottoms off just so you can see what her legs look like. But I've made her into a biracial, half African American, half Korean baby girl. So I don't know if you can kind of tell. I thought she had, her face kind of looked like a Korean baby that I saw, and I thought she was really cute, so I decided to make her into a half Korean baby. And my roommate is Korean, so it's kind of a joke that we have that this baby kind of like represents our household. But sometimes he thinks it's funny, sometimes he doesn't, so whatevs. But anyway, there she is. I'll try to bring this down a little bit. I'm in bed, even though it's kind of early in the evening. I was just really tired, so I got in the bed to take a nap. But I hope there isn't too much of a glare on the screen. But there she is, and there are her legs, and she does have full legs and 3/4 arms. So you can kind of see there. And that's her cloth. Her diaper is a little small. I believe the diaper that I put on her is a size 1. But I like for the diaper to come down over the legs just a little bit. So size 1, it fits her, but I like to see more diaper. Like I like the diaper to be a little bit oversized. So I guess if you got a doll the size, you might think about a size 2 diaper or the next size up from 1. But there are her legs. There are the bottoms of her feet. For African American babies in particular, it's I'm not going to say that it's very common. Usually, it's always the case that um, the back of the back of the baby's hand is going to be lighter than the front of the hand, or I guess if you call this the back of the hand, the one side of the hand is going to be lighter than the other side with African American babies. So I did that with her hands and feet, and I'll show you guys a close-up of her hands, and her fingernails and toenails still need to be glossed, but there are her hands, as you can see. And she's very floppy. I actually stuffed her really well, so she is very cushy, like cushy and cuddly. She's very cushy, but her body has a bit of support. I mean, obviously she's not supposed to sit up by herself because she is supposed to be a newborn baby, but she's floppy enough, but she's also stuffed enough so that she doesn't just kind of like flop around when you try to sit her up. Like I'm holding her up with one hand and her neck stays sitting up on her body. So that's how I like for my babies to be after I stuff them. So there she is, and there's the back of her. And I'll show you guys the front of her hands. You can see there. Now this baby, she's pretty much completed. Once I gloss her nails, I'm going to put her right on eBay. I meant to do her photo shoot today, but I was really busy and I was out. So I'll probably get to that at some point tomorrow, and then I'll put up her listing. And as soon as I do that, I'll make an update video with a link to her listing, and I'll also put the link on my blog. Just checking the time I have. Sorry. Yeah. So here she is, and I'll show you guys the back of her head so you can see her crown swirl. It's a little bit fuzzy because I was messing with her clothes, but there's the top of her head and her rooting. And there she is. Back of her hair. So her jacket's all messed up. But there she is, baby Sunheat. It's gonna be so hard for me to part with her because initially I made this doll for myself. I bought the kit because I really wanted a Cheyenne of my own. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get the kit. I'm gonna put her with Avery limbs, and she'll be my Afro-Korean baby. So then I made her, and then, well, while I was painting her, I decided that I would sell her because she was really good, and I was like, well, I can't keep every doll that I make, obviously, because if I'm buying kits left and right, like, I can't keep each one that I get attached to. So she's gonna go home to a new mommy, assuming someone buys her on eBay. But she's really, really cute, really, really cuddly. She has German glass eyes. And again, the lighting is really bad. The lighting in this room is so dim, and I've actually just put a lamp on the bed so that the light could be coming from the front so you can see everything that's happening in this video, because it's not really, it's kind of difficult to see. But there she is. She's passed the realism test quite a few times. Everyone who's seen her has thought that she was real at first. Even my boyfriend, who saw me making the doll, like he was there when I was working on the kit, and he knew she was a doll, obviously, but I had